Well, here's to unemployment. The play is over.
Amen. So you heard from Cruz?
What do you mean, like a postcard from the Tuileries or something?
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Well, I hear that him and Eden are in the south of France. Personally, you and me, I hope they're having too good a time to write, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure they are. It's a very romantic place.
Yeah, for me, any place I hang my Picasso print is romantic.
You know how Victoria throws quite the elegant bash, doesn't she? All these theater people. You know, I hate actors. They're so boring. They're never real, even in real life. Why did you drag me to this place?
Pearl certainly seems to be having a wonderful time helping her celebrate, doesn't he?
Sort of feel sorry for the girl.
You do? Why?
She changes everybody she meets, and disaster inevitably follows.
Yes, well, some women are like that, aren't they? The Mata Hari, my sister. Keith, when you used to dance with my sister, was she light on her feet?
I don't remember her feet.
She probably wasn't on them much. Well, would you like to dance with me?
I was just about to suggest that, darling.
No, forget it. Keith, I don't think we should stay here. The kitchen is closed until after the party is over, so we can come back then. So I'm just going to get my stuff, okay?
Huh? Yeah.
All right.
I want you to listen.
Will you please just give it up?
Rick, I did not trick you into coming here. I brought you here to clear the air.
And it's some coincidence that Mason's just trying to pull this with Ted and Haley getting married.
Let them get married. Why not? They deserve some happiness.
We are not talking about some great love match here. We're talking about an invasion of justice. And if I'm there too late to prevent it, you're not going to gain yourself a daughter. You have lost yourself a son. Me.
Well, it's useless. Joyce says he absolutely refuses to marry them.
Well, can't you force him or threaten to dock his pay?
No, Gina, our lovebirds have made it painfully apparent that they want nothing to do with each other. As such, the judge considers a marriage under those circumstances to be exactly what it is, a way to legally outmaneuver the law. Which brings us back to you, Lily. As an ordained minister, you have the authority to marry them, so I'm afraid you'll have to do it.
Well, as much as it galls me, I think you're right. Instead of wasting any more time, why don't we go ahead with it, huh?
Because I don't want to be married by Lily Light. I don't care how ordained she is.
I don't either. You know, as a matter of fact, I'd rather be married by a wino off the street, or let's just not get married at all.
Ted, you have to listen to reason now.
You call this reason? Come on. Mason, there's got to be some other legal way that you can get me out of this mess.
Apart from arranging for you and Haley to have adjoining cells, I'd be hard-pressed to think of one, Ted.
Didn't you say you love the girl?
Then would you let Lily Light marry you and whoever you loved? I mean, no, besides, she can't stand me. I mean, you guys saw that.
Wait a minute. Brides get very nervous. It's natural that way. You know.
Nervous? Dad, she hates me.
So you have to do without romance for a while. You can live together as roommates. I'm not saying you have to love each other. You don't even have to like each other. All you have to do is get married.
He's right, son.
With that, let me teach you a little rule of thumb here. Mason is never right. I mean, if Mason says something, then you can pretty much count on there being a rat somewhere around.
Ted, I have no vested interest in this other than to save your neck. Would you stop making it so tough to do it?
Even if you do feel that way about him, let Lily marry you. At least you'll live long enough to learn to love him again.
You know you have this sick, insane, romantic streak in you. I mean, you actually believe that Cece Capo is going to learn to love you again. Gina, if I lived to be 1,000,000 years old, I would never learn to trust Ted again.
I don't think you have any other choice, Haley. Come on, part of becoming an adult is learning to accept things that you can't change. Just do this. We'll fix it later.
You know, I really believed in her. I believed in her and what she stood for, and this is the mess it got me in. When she told me she was a phony, I felt like such a fool. And, you know, everyone was right about her. Jane, you, even Ted, and I hate to admit it.
Hey, look, so the man you're about to marry was right about something. There are worse calamities, Haley.
Even if I was marrying Prince Charles, I would never marry him if Lily was the one who was giving the blessing.
You're going to have to try to feel differently towards her. She's part of our family now.
Please, I can't think of her as a relative. It's hard enough thinking of you as one.
That's not a very kind thing to say, Haley.
Even after you were willing to let me go to jail?
You're right. I said a stupid thing.
Why can't I have a normal family like everyone else?
You want a normal family? Fine. Marry Ted. It's perfect. He's the most normal man on God's green earth.
I really wanted to.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Because not everybody wants to. Not everyone wants to marry by hook or crook. I look around myself here and I get sick. I am getting married in a jail. I had such dreams about how I wanted it to be.
I know, baby. But you think I had dreams for you, too? I wanted you to have the most beautiful wedding ever. But it seems a small price to pay considering the consequences, Haley. You can't let Ted just rot in jail until he says uncle and then get replaced by you.
I don't know.
Well, let me tell you, you just take my word for it.
I can't take anybody's word for it now.
The party seems to be dissolving rather early, wouldn't you say?
Yes, well, hors d'oeuvres only last so long, but it was a good turnout. I saw a lot of people I didn't expect to see.
Minus one or two you did expect to see, I mean, come on, how could you have known that Cruz and Eden had left the country? Unless, of course, you did know this.
I figured once Eden left town, Cruz wouldn't be far behind. Why do you ask, Pearl?
I just know it must be hard for you, that's all.
What?
What? Trying to get over Cruz, that's all.
You've misjudged me. You know when I told you before I wasn't sure what I was going to do next after the play's closed? Well, I've made up my mind. I'm leaving Santa Barbara, probably in a couple days.
Oh. For good?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Because of old Cruzy?
Why do you think that everything I do relates back to Cruz?
I don't. But Cruz and I are good friends. I like him, I like Eden, I like you. I think it'd be just ducky if everybody was happy, but nobody seems to be. I imagine this thing with Eden is having its effect on you and vice versa, am I right?
Well, no woman is an island. What happens around me does affect me, yes, but it just so happens that I have a relationship of my own, such as it is.
Yes, I almost forgot our man from Wimbledon, the tennis pro, right? How come you never talk about him very much?
I don't know. Look, would you mind? I really should be getting home. It wouldn't do for me to be the last person at my party, okay?
I'm getting on your nerves, aren't I?
Yes, you are. But I may be getting on my own nerves, too. It wouldn't be the first time.
Well, you know when that happens to me, you know what I do? I throw a drink in my face and tell myself never to darken my doorstep again. Then I go walk the pet kangaroo. But you know something? I keep turning up at my doorstep again. There I am, in the living room, borrowing my best socks, wearing big holes in them. Would you mind giving me a lift home?
All right, if you promise that you will talk about something else. Say, perhaps, ancient Greece.
Oh, I saw a lot of ancient Greece when I worked the buzzers, with a lot of ancient French fries floating in it. Oh.
Well, what's the verdict?
I'll do it if Ted wants to.
Yeah, I'll do it if you want.
Fine. A meeting of the minds.
Let's proceed, then.
No, wait a second.
Now what?
Well, I know this isn't being done under the best circumstances, but it is an important day for Haley and Ted. Let's not turn it into a shotgun wedding.
What are you getting at?
Well, there's no reason we can't try to make it nice for them. Let's make it a day to remember.
You think they're likely to forget it just as it stands?
Something pleasant. I mean, let's dress it up. For instance, you could be Ted's best man.
Now, wait right there.
Okay, what about your dad, then?
Yeah, good.
Well, thank you, Ted. It's always nice to be unwanted.
I want it, son.
All right, fine. Now, if everyone would just stand over here.
No, wait a second. I want to give the bride away, and I also have some other arrangements I want to make.
Gina, this isn't a royal wedding. Time is of the essence.
Well, we don't have to go at breakneck speed. She needs a bridal bouquet. Now, does anyone know a place where I can buy one this time of night? Everything's closed.
Well, maybe I can send back to the house that one of the gardeners ring.
Please, I don't need flowers, okay?
Well, you need a ring, don't you?
Yeah, she's right. We need a ring.
Why don't you give one of your old rings?
I may be sentimental, Cece, but I don't carry them around with me. Just give me a few minutes. I'll come up with something.
Okay, let's just drop it, Gina. Look, let's have Lily marry us, and we can get out of here and get it over with.
Okay, that's right. Let's just forget all that junk. Come on, let's do it.
I don't think wedding rings are junk. I just meant I don't think we need to spend the time looking for one.
Hey, I'm on your side.
If you think I think you're on my side, then you must be crazy. I mean, how many times these past few days have you lied to me?
Please, will you two save the fighting for after you're married?
If you're going to do something, I suggest you do it quickly.
I'll be right back. Why don't police never put flowers in their offices? They need to gussy up the whole penal system, if you ask me. Well, he's gonna die in there anyway.
Good evening, ladies.
Mason, honey, have you come to get us off?
No, Dawn. Ginger has other representation for you girls now. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Mason.
Listen, Dawn, I was noticing your rings. You have quite a collection. You know, you could do me a great favor. My little brother is getting married in a few minutes, and he doesn't have a wedding ring.
You're not going to find one of those on this hand.
Well, no, I know. I'm glad of that, too. I have great respect for the sanctity of marriage. But I was wondering if you had something that would work. Are any of these real?
All junk, and I paid top dollar for them. And if you want them, you're going to have to pay top dollar, too. I ain't got no sentiment when it comes to business.
Well, nor should you have. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, my.
Look what I found.
Oh, and a bridal plant. How lovely. What I found.
Oh, you got a ring. Great.
What do you think of it?
Well, it's round. What'd you do, get it from one of your ex-girlfriends who was being booked?
Let's not consider the source, shall we?
You're right, we should. We can probably make Haley and Ted feel like they're not even getting married in a police station.
Well, we can do our best.
These things make me so emotional. I know I'm being silly. But I always want to cry at weddings.
I imagine your husbands do the same thing.
Mason, you watch it. Okay? Now listen, I think there's a very attractive couple. I think they're going to be wonderful together. And they can give Cece such beautiful grandchildren.
You're still thinking about that trust fund Dad set up for his first grandson, aren't you?
Nothing could be further from my mind.
Or closer to your heart.
Look, they're not going to need a trust fund to raise those children. I'm going to arrange it with Cece so they can come and live with us. One big happy family, that's what we'll be.
Like Ma Barker and her kid.
Awful.
Yeah.
I've never felt so depressed in all my life.
Seems like we're really gonna get married, doesn't it? And live happily ever after.
Well, would you like to come in and have a drink?
I'd like to come in and have something. Milk, maybe?
It's not much of a nightcap, Keith, but then maybe it hasn't been much of a night for you.
I didn't know the night was over.
I'll get your milk.
Oh, no. Let the cows rest until morning. I don't feel like a drink anyway.
Neither do I.
You got a jukebox in this mausoleum?
A radio, yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Why?
Well, I thought we might dance. I haven't had a chance to dance yet. You wouldn't mind dancing with a man that dated your sister, would you?
You didn't date her, really, Keith. You slept with her. Now, should that bother me?
The darndest things bother people nowadays.
You know what might bother me is to dance with someone who murdered her. But, of course, you didn't do it, did you? Or did you? I don't recall you saying.
No, I don't think I did, despite what your exciting pictures might make you... You didn't throw those pictures away, did you, when you decided to go out with me?
No, I didn't throw them away.
So you're sort of holding on to them.
Is that why you asked me out, Keith, to get your hands on the pictures?
You know, suspicion becomes you...
You know, I'm beginning to think that those pictures are very important to you, much more than you're leading on, and it makes me wonder why.
No, don't go imagining things. I'm wondering why you're just holding on to them anyway. You know, it'd be sort of embarrassing if you circulated them to the public.
Why? I mean, you have a reputation as such a ladies' man. I think pictures like these would add luster to it, don't you think? Unless there's something else, something more wicked that you haven't told me about.
No, I just feel more comfortable, you see, if they were in my possession or destroyed.
Destroyed?
Yeah.
Little snapshots? I mean, don't you think that's rather dramatic? No, Keith, I think I'm going to hang on to them for sentimental reasons.
You know, if I want them, I can get them. You know, I really can.
No, I don't think so. I had them hidden very well, someplace you'd never think of looking. And they're not under my pillow, so you don't have to bother romancing me to get them.
Are they in the house?
Maybe. You know, at Easter, we should have a hunt for them, and we'll invite all the suspects in to look. How's that?
It would be no more childish than the game we're playing right now, sweetheart.
It's getting late, Keith. It's probably close to your bedtime, so why don't I just walk you to the door?
Sure, I love the door, and I wouldn't want to overstay my welcome.
Who said you were welcome? Call me again sometime.
Nancy Reagan and I, we both just love the beach boy. How do you say? Let's get started. Yeah.
Good. Now, can we get started, please? Thank you. Stupid.
Right. Oh, it's a little early, but still good luck.
Yeah, no, we don't need that either.
Right.
Lily, are you all set?
Yeah, all set. Da-da-da-da.
Then please begin.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here together in the sight of God and this company.
I want this wedding stopped. Where are you? You can't go in there. What is wrong? Get out of my way. You can't go in there. Get out of my way. Just go on with the ceremony, Lily. I'll take care of this. What seems to be the trouble,
Good evening, Mr. Captain. No, damn what the trouble is, Mason.
Officers, Mr. Wallace is understandably upset over his wife's recent death and should be treated with respect. However, keep him out of this room.
We understand, sir. I trust the law when the law is you. You're letting Amy's murderer get away scot-free.
All that's happening in there is that Ted and Haley are getting married.
To keep them from testifying.
Officers, as much as I hate to say it, I'm afraid that Mr. Wallace is drunk and will have to be detained after all.
Hey, wait a minute there.
Stop. What's going on?
I wondered what happened to you.
I wanted to make sure that I didn't find out what was going on, but it didn't work.
Come on.
You're not going to charge him with anything.
We're just going to keep him until he calms down.
I am not going to calm down. Why can't any of you get that through your heads? You can't, of course not. I'm just a joke. A clown that keeps showing up at all the wrong times that you got to shuffle off out of the way. Keep from embarrassing your family, right? I'm going to outlast you. And I'm not going to get over it. And I'm not going to forget it. Because time is not going to heal my wounds, all right?
Put him in a holding room until I get there.
You keep watching, Sophia. Watch. See what happens. You see what kind of a wonderful parent that you are. To hell with you. To hell with all of you.
Oh, I like your place.
Thanks. I haven't been staying here much.
Oh, come on, don't apologize.
I'm not. I was saying that's why it's so tidy.
Oh,
Cognac okay?
fine.
Good. Can I ask you a couple of personal questions?
No, you may not.
You are on to me, aren't you?
Yes, I am. You've been asking me personal questions all night.
Well, I'm a nosy kind of a guy. Grapevine tells me that you and Cruz had a hot romance way back when.
So what? If you're so curious, why don't you ask him personally?
I did, but he don't want to tell me nothing either.
Yes, and I'm sure he has reasons. So, are you a spy for one of them, for Cruz or Eden?
Yeah, well, I have been before, but not with you and not now. I figure if there's any kind of problem, I don't want to meddle with it, right?
Let me clarify something. I am not a problem. I am not an evil person. And I certainly have no idea of getting in between two people who are very happy together. Genuinely happy.
Well, I guess I ask as much as anything because I'm kind of curious these days as to how two people who are in love or have been in love, how they act, walk, talk, behave, etc., ad nauseum. So.
You sound like an actor researching a project.
No, I'm just a civilian.
Okay. Hey, is this a relative?
Oh, that fellow over there?
Yeah.
His name is Brian. He's my kid brother.
Yeah, you look awfully young
Yeah,
here.
pretty good-looking guy. Well, I was taken a few years ago, actually more than a few. It was right before he got... well, He kind of dropped out of sight for a while there.
What do you mean you don't know where he is?
Well, I know a little bit. We're still hoping, looking, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's awful.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, Pearl.
What's
this
that?
is special.
Oh, you like that? A friend of mine brought that over.
Yeah?
Pretty good, huh?
Oh, it's an excellent piece of work.
Since when do you appreciate sculpture?
Oh, I've always appreciated it. I used to do this all the time. In fact, if Hollywood hadn't have called, I probably still would be doing this.
Right. Is this a lasting regret that I'm hearing?
Of course it's not. I could always pick it up again.
Mm.
Do you know what I'd like to do?
What would you like to do?
I would like to do a head of you.
Me?
No, I'm serious. You'd be a great subject. You got terrific features.
Name one, aside from my pigtail.
Stop this. Stop this false modesty. You've got a great brow, good nose, good jawline. I could do it in clay. It wouldn't take more than a few sittings. So what do you say?
Sure. I could use another good head around here. Some intelligent conversation.
May I have the ring, please? Okay, now, repeat after me. With this ring, I be wed. Wait a minute. Ted. Use this one instead.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, with this ring I thee wed.
And pledge my eternal troth.
And pledge my eternal troth.
By the power vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you man and wife.
Aren't you going to kiss the bride?
No. I don't think so.
At least we agree on something.
Well, congratulations. You've done it. Try not to look so grim.
I'm sorry. You're Martin Ellis, aren't you? I've watched you play on television, but you're even more handsome in person.
Thank you very much.
I'm Gina Capwell.
Did someone send you?
Well, sort of. You see, my husband owns this hotel, and I'm afraid we'd made a very embarrassing mistake. Look, I know you reserved the presidential suite way in advance, but... Well, you see, our son got married today, and we need it. I've arranged for you to have a suite, a comparable suite, right down the hall. I've even ordered up a complimentary bottle of champagne, and your first night's stay is on us. I hope you understand, honeymooners and all.
No, it's immaterial to me, really. It doesn't matter.
Oh, great. Would you please arrange for Mr. Ellis's bags to be taken to room 818? I do appreciate you being so kind about this. But then I guess you know all about love, don't you? 30 love? 40 love?
Yeah, well, I do wish the clerk had told me about this when I checked in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really do apologize for all the inconvenience. But I hope you enjoy your stay here. Welcome to the Capwell Hotel. And if you have any problem, just please give me a call.
Sure.
We always enjoy having a distinguished athlete
Right.
as our guest. Hello. Yes, this is the presidential suite. Would you please open up the flower shop? Yes, we have some honeymooners arriving here any minute, and there isn't a single flower in the place. All right. Thank you very much.
funereal gloom would have lifted by now. Seems like we could all lighten up a little and try to make something pleasant out of this.
Well, I had Tina lay out some refreshments. I hope you don't mind.
That's a nice thought.
No, thank you.
What is going to happen to Brick?
We'll let him out tomorrow when he's sobered up a little, calmed down a lot.
Was it really necessary to charge him?
Well, in order to hold him, it was, Sophia. It's just disorderly conduct. I'll wipe it off the books tomorrow. I had to do it. He's being irrational. You saw him.
Well, I'm glad we got Haley and Ted out of there. He was in an ugly mood.
Yeah, well, okay, so what's going to happen to us now?
The charges against you both will be dropped tomorrow morning. See, the only witness to Haley's alleged crime is her husband, and you can't be forced to testify. As DA, I don't have a case without an eyewitness, so you both can consider yourselves cleared.
Neat. All very neat.
Well, I guess we've accomplished what we set out to do then, haven't we?
Well, I've taken care of everything.
Gina, nobody really wants you here.
Oh, Cece, I think you'll thank me when you find out what I've done. I didn't have an enormous amount of time, but I'm sure the newlyweds will appreciate the trouble I've gone to. You see, I reserved the presidential suite so you can consummate your marriage in comfort.
Gina, there's not going to be any consummating of this marriage, okay?
Yeah, she's right. I mean, she's got her place. I got my own place.
What? That's immoral.
Now, wait a minute. Like it or not, you two are going to have to at least give the semblance of having a legitimate marriage. Otherwise, the authorities are going to think we were just trying to outmaneuver the law.
Okay, so how long will that have to be?
At least a year.
A year?
For better or for worse, as the saying goes, so you might as well make the best of it. And if you don't feel like celebrating, why don't I drop you two off at the hotel?
I think that's a good idea.
I want you to give yourself a chance. I love you both. We all do.
Listen,
Thank you, Mom, for the rain.
tomorrow we will sit down, we will talk, we'll make some plans.
The plan I have is to make it through this.
Oh, come on, Haley. Be more enthusiastic. Give it a try. Be festive.
Gina.
Nobody wants you here, so don't be here when we come back.
You did wrong.
Hi.
What are you doing here in my house?
What do you mean it's not your house yet?
I thought you had a date with Courtney, you two-timing.
Me, I'm two-time. You're going to get married, and I'm two-time.
Well, that's different.
Listen, I'm working on something big here. I'm going to... Hi. Hi.
What are you doing? Well, I hope you two will excuse me. I have some family matters to take care of.
Well?
I knocked on the door, and Gina let me in. I had to see you.
See if you could find the pictures.
No, I mean, if I just want to do that, I could just stick to breaking and entering. I had to see you.
You had to see me? I don't remember asking you to come back.
I didn't want to leave things the way they were. You wouldn't want to see me again. I thought that'd be a shame, so I just wanted to say that to you. And, you know, what the heck? Say goodnight properly.
You liar! You don't care about me at all.
Was that the kiss of a man that doesn't care?
Yes, you bet it was. Like all men, you want one thing. But with you, it's a different thing. You want those pictures of you and Madeline. Well, I may be gullible, but I'm not a complete fool, Keith.
It's true. I do want the pictures, but I'm interested in that other thing, too. I mean, listen, the burning question right now is, what do you want? What do you want with me in these pictures? You know, I helped your sister come to at least one conclusion. I would love to do the same thing for you.
Well, I thought maybe this at least would help you forget the memory of the police department this evening. I even ordered up some champagne and some food in case you're hungry.
I can't eat right now.
Looks like you went to a lot of trouble for nothing, Gina.
It doesn't have to be for nothing, Ted. Look, I want the two of you to listen to me. What happened tonight was horrible, and I would have fought against it if I were you, too. But I think that both of you have a chance of being very happy. You once had very deep feelings for each other.
Now, wait a minute, Gina. We know why this marriage has taken place and the purpose of it, so let's not pretend it's something else, all right?
Why don't you start out by being nice to Ted? He's gone through hell for you, Haley, and I don't think he would have done it if he hadn't loved you. Well, I wish I had a man who felt that way about me.
Yeah, well, all you've ever wanted was me to marry him, so I can see why you're pleased as punch.
There was a time, not too long ago, when you were head over heels in love with Ted. Well, I don't think those kinds of feelings just disappear overnight. Now, like Mason said, you're married, and you're going to have to stay married. Now, it can be a terrible experience, or it could be a wonderful one. It's up to you. That's all I have to say. Good night. Dad, eat some of this food before it gets cold.
Rick, I tried to take you home, but they said that...
Take me home? What, do you like him drunk and disorderly?
No, what I meant was I tried to post bail for you.
Oh, you want to buy my forgiveness? Why don't you save it? If you come here to gloat, just do it and get out.
Well, it's just you've been angry for so long, and most people lose their anger in time. I don't... Maybe I do understand that more than most people.
There's no trick to it. I just think of you and remember Amy.
Rick, I want your forgiveness. I will do anything to undo what's been done to you.
You could have done better than that. You could have prevented it. But you like it better this way, don't you? Coming around when it's too late and wishing that it never happened. I'm gonna have to try that, you know? After I destroy you, try to remember to wish I hadn't. So tell me about Ted and Haley. They finally get married, or did God wise up and fire down a thunderbolt and strike them dead?
They were married.
What a farce. Sad. Yeah, I'm surprised they found anybody to perform the wedding.
I was the one who married them.
Should have guessed it. Something else you can now walk around wishing you could undo. You're a completely erasable woman. And once I've erased you, you won't have to walk around regretting all the destructive things that you do. You'll be saved from yourself. Think of it that way.
Rick. You all right? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I don't believe... Well, let me congratulate you, too, on this brilliant conspiracy to get Ted and Haley off. You ask if there's anybody here that objects to these two and being an unholy wedlock, and you make sure there's nobody there to answer them. How much did you offer Lily, or was it the other way around?
You know better than that.
Right. Shh, yes, of course, you know. Now, what am I supposed to do? Brick's supposed to forever hold his peace. Be a good loser, Brick. Wish the two of you would just get the hell out of my life, especially you. Oh, why don't you go with her? Talk some strategy. I'm sure there's some lives that you can ruin.
I did not lure you away so they could have the wedding.
I just don't know who's a friend or an enemy anymore. I'm sorry.
Nothing better than a good deed to make you happy the whole livelong day.
I shudder to think what good deed you might have done here.
Oh, stop shuddering. I just started two people off on a life that's going to make them genuinely happy.
Are you talking about Ted and Haley here? I mean, you have raised the level of self-deception to an art form, darling.
You're so cynical and so wrong. I think that if they can make that marriage work, Ted and Haley will be happier than they've ever been in their lives, and I'm going to make sure they get a shot at it.
If you want to see the marriage work, darling, stay away from it. You are batshit. You know, kiss death.
Well, keep your opinions to yourself. Besides, what were you doing hiding behind pillars at Cece's today?
Sweetheart, are you jealous?
Let me talk to you about our little relationship. You see, I've invested quite a bit of time into it. And I think we have mutual interests that we've both managed to serve quite well. I've actually come to rely on you. And in my own strange way, care for you.
Sweetheart, if you cared for anybody, it would have to be in a strange way.
The bottom line is, I want to make sure you're not double-crossing me.
I'm protecting my own rear end, something you've done on occasion, dear. And I'm doing it now, except I'm not involved with you right now. It's with Courtney.
What is it that you see? I mean, she's like a walking, talking paper mache doll. It doesn't matter. I just want to make sure that in the next 2 weeks you don't stab me in the back. Because by that time, I'll have everything I've ever dreamed of.
Dear, you would have to find an entire country to store it in.
Martin.
Oh, very good. You remember my name. That's a start. Yeah, but the last time I talked to you, you said you were home.
Yes, I rent a place here. I call it home. That's where I called you from.
What is that? Home is home. L.A. is home.
As I recall, that was seriously in question. Besides, the run of the play was extended. What was I supposed to do, walk out?
No, of course not. How long was it extended?
Check the theater marquee.
No, I mean, is it still running now?
As a matter of fact, tonight was our last night. We had a party here. If you don't believe me, ask one of the waiters.
Then why are you being so hostile to me?
Why am I? Martin, I'm sitting here. For all I know, you are still in Monte Carlo. You walk in here out of the blue and you pick a fight.
I didn't pick a fight with you. I asked you how you were and what you were doing. Does it register with you at all? Does it register with you that I gave up a very important tournament and came here because you are important to me?
Why am I so important to you? I can take care of myself.
Because I thought you were home. I find out you're not. I'm entitled to know why.
We have not seen each other for 2 months. And at that time, it would be still unclear as to whether or not we would ever be together again.
Really?
At home or anywhere else. Yes, really.
Oh, well, it wasn't unclear to me. Why, you seen other people?
We're talking about us. What's that have to do with
No, don't
anything?
evade the question. Are you seeing other guys?
Well, not that you're entitled to know, but no, I am not. And if you are seeing other women, terrific, fine, it's your business, but I don't want to hear about it. The understanding was that we would both be free, and that at some later date we would sit down and we would talk when our heads were both clearer, which apparently they are not.
I could even look at another one.
Well, very nice of you to say, but I think you should.
I got a suite here in the hotel. We're going to go up there and we're going to talk there.
No,
right?
no.
Why, you mean?
Who?
You know, that's twice. Not that I'm counting or anything, but it's very hard not to. That's twice that you have lied to me. You're Santa Barbara man, honey. I know all about him. The one you can't forget.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about? Who told you what?
I have eyes, I have ears. Martin, I think we should take some time, you know, and kind of sort things out. What, for this?
Martin, there's nothing to sort out. And here is as good a place as any to tell you I'm not coming back to you.
No, Tori, wait a minute here.
I'm sorry. But if I had any doubts, seeing you again erased them all. Excuse me. Getting kind of late.
Yeah, this day seemed like a month. That's like Mason said. And we only have to last a year.
I think we can make it through a year.
Can't we at least try to be friends?
Dad, I don't feel like arguing right now. I just want to get some sleep, okay?
Hey, Tanya, you are so afraid of being friends that I'm going to hurt you.
Like I said, I just need some sleep.
All right. Take the bedroom. I'll sleep out here.
Thank you.
Honeymoon.
Hello?
Courtney, it's Keith. I'm sorry for the way I acted earlier. I want to see you again.
I can't.
Please, I promise I won't even mention Mad Love the way she died. I promise.
Really angry when I left. He says he feels like he's on the outside, looking in. He's absolutely right. We've excluded him from everything.
Now, darling, now, wait a minute.
No, I mean, I know that we've partially done it in our defense, but we have still really excluded him. And I'll tell you something. The prime example of that tonight was what Mason did to him.
Well, anyway, we partially solved Ted's problems. If we can just get Brick to come to terms with what's happened.
Can't believe it. Necking, are we? Now, isn't there something in our marriage contract that specifically
Why don't you
prohibits...
take that contract and stuff it?
Yes, I think there is. I think it's clause 32, if I recall. Here it is. Oh, but I guess that only applies to after the wedding. Oh, well, my mistake. Go ahead, make hay while you can. There isn't much time left.
I want you to take me. I want you to take me body and soul.
I worship the ground you walk on. You know that.
What kind of a game are you two playing?
I'm going to make love to you in every room in this house.
You're going to
We're
pay
going
for
to
this.
start with the top floor.
Yes.
And we're going to work our way
sure,
down.
go ahead. Have fun while you can. It's not going to last. I'm going to make you pay for it.
Good night, Gina.
That's right. Just wait till you hear I